For those of you who don't know me, you can make your donation by buying something at www.mrtacpans.com, my art-aware store. You can get in touch with me at Win a Big Red Sun. This is Cow, Fine Art America, and anywhere else you see Mr. Tacpans, or just by going to PayPal and making a small donation to tacpans@msn.com. You see my email address at the bottom. I run a list of abstract things. It's a piece that I had no idea when I began that has to do with relativity and creations of Einstein. Now, since I'm not a science, math teacher, or anything else, I go to games. I see sequences, differences, oppositions, understanding that everything in this is circling around one item, the center item, in which the center item shows me that it is number 5. But in reality, this is only one piece. So the center item has to be in between everything else as the spinner. And its value is the value of the clock that turns in time. And you will only get a piece of time at a moment, and then time moves on, and the moment of the action of the actuality will change. Although you may live with it for now, everything changes, like drawing a picture. The picture in the background wasn't what it was. When it was first drawn, it was different. There was one pen mark. And then all of a sudden, from years and years of doodling and seeing things in my own head, you come up with art, and it is what it is. So in this video over here, I'm going to show you a piece on 1776, which is associated to a number of things, and I am going to show you the association. First of all, we're going to do some, I don't know if we should do some numbers as math before I mix you up, or just go to the direction. When you minus it, it becomes 5005. When you add it up, okay, plus or minus, it becomes plus. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5. 6 and 1 is 7. Minus, it's 505. This is your creation of 66. All zeros equal 6, because in the center of something, right? And if you notice, everything goes down 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. So a section is going down 6, 6, 6, or it's going over 2, 2, 2. 7, 8, 9, 4 to 6, 1 to 3, 2, 2, 2. Then you have the 1 1/4 game, okay, where 1 1/4 times one of these numbers, which is 4, will equal to 5. No other number will become perfect but 4 and 5. This is your sun system. When you work to 1 1/2, 2 will become 4, 3 will become 6, and 6, okay, times 1 1/2 will be 9. Sorry, 3 times 6 times 1, 4 times 1 1/2 will become 6, and 6 times 1 1/2 become 9, and the shape becomes the L letter, and you must pass through the 5, and that number, okay, is the E world. The E world. Each world will turn around this way, okay, and as it turns around this way in its own shape, it has to miss the center. There's got to be one here, one here, one here, and one here. And you can see it in designs, especially when they keep telling us. Levi's this, Levi's 505, Levi's 515. History and repetitive words that we just neglect today because it's Neirischkeit. Goische Koppen. You know, I'm just saying these stupid words right now because these are Hebrew words, and they existed at one period of time when people needed to use them, and now they don't need to be used. So we're going to get back into 1776. This is the letter G and E. The word for moon is also this number, 5775, and they call it the golden child or the orphan child, okay? And the reason for that, let me turn this over, is because of what the roulette wheel says. 17 and 34 is 51, and 6 is 57. 1 times 5, 1 plus 5 is 5 and 6, 30. 30 plus 5 and 6, 11 is 41. But because there was a 0, that will equal to 47. This is 4 times 7 equals to 28, and that is your cycle of the moon. Although it's 27, it's 27 and 1. Okay, it's 27 and 1. There is no cycle until the 1 makes a move because you haven't gone anywhere. Here's your full cycle. But if you don't come to the end, you don't see the cycle. So anyways, this is also pretty hard. So 17 and 34 is 51 and 6 is 57. Now there's other calculations where since 0 equals 6, 51 and 6 equals 57. On this side over here, okay, you see this side over here ends over here? See that? Now this is one part, and then 2 parts. Over here we have 21, 35, 66, 75, 57, 75, and on the roulette it says orphelin, like orphans, or in French is gold, and pH is the area space that they are in, the pH world, the water world, the negative, the positive, the high, and the low of 6.8 to 7.2. Okay, otherwise below that you can start creating Mr. C, cancer cells. And Mr. C, right, if I cut out this area over here, okay, then I end up with just the C that's left over in my 5775, right? The opening, the only way to get in, the sky is closed. Whoop, the sky is open, right? The 8-hour open sky, or opening sky, to the 16-hour closed sky. 4 times 4, 4 plus 4. Now let's get into 1776. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 2 is 3. 7, 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 1 and 1 is 2. When we minus this, we'll all get to 0, so we don't need to. It also says vowel. 1 and 1 is 2B. The 15, I'm using the 15th letter, although it's the 14th letter. It is the N, which means Ben, which means birth. Benel, the birth of her. And then I moved it up to 14 goes to 15 because of rotation, which means up 1 or down 1 in rotation in the A world, because A is the first letter. And the E world, which is 5, up and down 5, 5, 10, 15, 20. And that's the funny thing about going up and down 5 is that when you have 1 and 5, this one will go to 2, and this one will go to 1 and 5. Let me do it again. 5 and 5 is 10 equals to 1. 1 and 1 is 2, and then we continue. 2 and 2 is 4, 4 and 4 is 8. 8 and 8 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7, 7 is 14, 1 and 4 is 5, and now we're back to 5 again. I'm going to show you that 16 now over here. 7 plus 9 is 16, 8 and 8 is 16, 9 and 7 is 16, 7, 7, 7. 987 and 789 is 1776. 6 plus 1, 6 minus 1 equals 5775. Now, when we get over here, right, when we get over here to this area over here, we have 11, we have 14, we have 14, and we have 11. 2, 5, 5, 2. The Mayan short count is 25, 6, 25, showing me that my gateway to one side of 6, the other side of 6, that's why we use 6, because 6 is the only carrier of the one light at the 7th gate. Earth's key, breaking and entering, the Y and the division is this numeric value. Now, where do I get this number from? I'm saddened at this moment because I can't figure out where 11 is coming from. But 7 come 11 in the game of craps is 7, the gateway, come 11, which is the letter K, right? Also a representation of 7, 2, win a big red sun. 14 and 14 will create 2, 5, 5, 2, 2, 5, 5, 2, which will create 2, 1, 2. That one will create that 7 again because it's this division between 6 and 6, although you see 5, okay, but there's 2 of them. When there's a set of them, it means there's a division, so automatically you're at a gateway. Doesn't matter which two numbers it is. Now we're going to go to 10, which is going to become 1. And once that 10 is there, the 0 is open. Once the 0 is open, with a 1, 1 and 6 comes together, which is 7. You have 27 and 2. 2, 7, 2. 2 times 7 is 14. 2 plus 7 is 9. It'll create the letters W, I, and B, I, G, red. You minus and add this, you have electric company. Minus 1 is 3, plus 1 is 5. 3 and 5, 3 and 7 is 10. 5 and 5 is 10. You end up with all ones. All ones become all sevens. You'll have all sevens over here, and you have a gateway. 1776, it was a gateway. When you add up these, because of the 11, the 11th letter, the 14th letter is N. The 14th letter is N. The 11th letter is K. It says Kenica. I don't know what it means. Could it mean Canada? I don't know. Ken means yes. Nen means no. Yes, nen. Nen, no. Ken. Ken in Hebrew means yes. 47 times 33 is 1551. 1776. 6 and 6 is 12. 1 and 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 7 and 7 is 14. 1 and 4 is 5. 3 plus 1 and 1 is 3. The reverse is 555115. This is Mars. This will end up to be Mars. 47 cycle times 33 is 1551. The 50 cycle times 47 equals to 2350. And the 43 cycle times 47 equals to 2021. And that will be the year 5781 or the year 2021. The total of 50, 43, and 33 is 123, okay, by the number 47 or 147, as 141. It's an exchange, 1 for 1 exchange, an electric company. 444 is 12, 777 is 21, 1221. 120 and 21 is 141. The difference is 18, 6 and 6 split of your gateway, 1771. How do we enumerate some numbers? 7 times 6 is 42. 7 plus 6 is 13. We add them. It gives us our freedom 55. 5 and 5 will create our 10, our two worlds, and our gateway. You minus it, you end up with 29. 29 is your birth. 9, Nina, grandmother. 4 and 2 is 6, 1, 4. This is the same numbers they used to create Zion, Israel. Another thing about 1776 is we're going to try and do it here is 888 times 2. Then we're going to go 444 times 4. Then we're going to go 222 times 8. Okay. This happens 16 times. Then what we're going to do over here is we're going to go 592 times 3. Then we're going to go times 6. Let me see the calculator. 1776 divided by 6, 296. So then we're going to go 296 over here. And hold on a second. My son called me. They're missing people at a job he just quit. So he's got a good heart. He's going in. So all these numbers talk. Over here, we're going around the center. The first square is in the center. By going around and using a 45-degree angle, okay, we end up with 4 x's on the outside. Each x in the alphabet is valued at 3, 6, 9, and 12. At the same time, it has a 24 value, giving us a top section of 72 and a minus section of 24, right? I can't use the center as a minus. I only can use this. But I can use this as a plus because it's above this area over here. Then there's the half sections and the open quarter sections. There's the C sections and the V sections. Here's my creation here. Now, when you run diagonal lines this way for tic-tac-toe, okay, your tic-tac-toe lines right over here, I'm running through the square. I'm running through the square, bringing my O, okay, coming into the center. We're gonna do it again. Okay, we're gonna do it again. See the way I run through the square on both squares? I ran through both the squares. Now I do it like this, and I end up with X's on each side, and I'm through two sides. You see the white line that's in between? All these have numeric values. I'm not going to use them right now because I have to sit down and calculate which one. And because I'm not a scientist of any sort other than the sort I am, the one you give me, I am who I am, but no more. So all these designs will tell you how things connect. Remember, there were 4 fishermen with Jesus, so we have to understand what the fish is. Here's another one over here. See the way we connect two sides? See the 8 that's designed in here? This is the other way. And in French, they use accent marks, straight lines and accent marks. So although you don't see this whole board of how I created this line and what it took to create this line will get an aigu or a grave, meaning one way or the other. And when it's this way, according to this, it can be 7, it can be 4 and 8, it could be 1, 5, and 9, it could be 2 and 6, or the connecting numbers between 3 and above and below and 7 on the 45-degree angle, which was created by the number 14, 1 times 4, 1 plus 4, okay, equals 5 and 4, and that'll create the 45-degree angle through the IT system in the sun. We've got a visitor somewhere over here. So we're going to take that away. Another thing is I want to show you how we can use the number 9. We have 9 dots here. Here it says 15. It says IS and LS. Here's the 9 dots I used. It creates the letter R. Okay, or you can use it as a 7 if you want, because we go back to here, but we don't go back to center. Here we can use it as this design over here, which can be the Tate in Hebrew. I could have went around this way. Let me show you something. See the number 7 in the corner, or the G letter? The R, the G, the I, and the S. The R, the G. How about the G, the L, and the S? It almost like says garage, right? Or gears. Her gears. L is a standard for Roman numeral 50, and in French, L is for her. It also stands for the Q letter. Okay, this is the 17th letter, and the reverse of that, of the 17th letter, is the J letter, QJ, Queen Jack. So when we come up and we restructure this over here, and we now do this, we seem to have the same G design. So this is everything to do with 1776. Now I'm going to finish this off over here, and it's 1 times 1776. So what we're going to do is we're going to add it up. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 8 and 4 and 6 is 14. Sorry, made a mistake. 14. 3 and 6 is 9, and 1 is 10. 10 and 14, we did a piece on this yesterday. I don't know where it went right now. Okay, I'm going to have to find that. Son walks in and he says, store up on water. It's getting hot out there. And I'm going like, hot where? What's happening in the world? I don't want to know. I don't want the anger of the world to get inside of me to make me angry, to make me make rash decisions because it's the last day of my life. And that's it. It's the last day of your life. Kaboom. It's all over the whole world. It ain't going to happen that way. Don't go to war. If you don't support something, don't go to work. Don't be that tax collector that goes to collect the tax. We'll all lose our jobs because none of them want to do any of the jobs, because we're all after each other. And we work for the one that is the only one that's controlling, and there's only one, and it's a group, and it's an element that is not a benefactor to anyone but themselves and to us, as they help us manage our own needs. Yes, there is one thing we're managing because of the system. We get to learn a way of management between us, which is very important. Raphael, 1776. Let me show you the last piece about 1776. We have a total of 24. When we add up the first row, 8, 4, and 2, it equals to 14. 8, 4, and 2. 8, 4, and 2. 8, 4, and 2. 8, 4, and 2. 14, the IT system in the sun. 1, 6, and 3, Moses. Moses walked. God gave 613 laws. 1, 6 is the half-life. 3, 6 is the half-life of alternate current. 28 cycle of the moon. 48 of the Pluto, also the half-life. 6 and 3, 4 and 8, half-lives. 42, 9 lives of the cat, half-life. 5 and 1 Mars will create 5 and 7 through the moon. So here we create 14 and 14 and 14 equals to 42. Equals also to 1, 1, 1 equals to 3, 4, 4, 4 equals to 12, 1 and 2 is 3, or 312. 71 times 3 is 312, adding them up to the Pythagorean single digit. When you add up over here, forget about the 1, 5, 5 and 2 is 7 and 7 is 14. 9 and 9 is 18 and 7 is 25. 6 and 6 is 12 and 2 is 14. 5, 7, 5, the numeric value calculated inside the moon. 5 times 7, 35. 5 plus 7 equals 12. Total is 47 and 23. Creation of the cycle. Now at the same time, we're going to do something else. We're going to go 14 and 14 is 28. We're going to go 25 and 14 is 39. And we're going to go 14 and 14 is 28. The 5th letter, the 9th letter, the 14th letter, 5 and 9 equals 14. The 19th letter, the 20th letter is 39 and 28. 1, 3, 1. At the same time, we're going to do Neptune. Neptune also equals to these same numbers. This will total to 95. This will total to a total of 95. And Neptune totals 95, and that's the signification for EI, EIO. This total over here is 28, and this one here is 15 equals to 43 DC runner inside of Mars. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. When we get this all down on a computer board and we start flipping the numbers into place, I think it'll talk for itself. Thank you for watching this video. Raphael, 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. Near 5775. 76 times 76 equals 5776. Thank you for watching this video. Now, I have to show you one more thing. This over here, when I duplicate this here, okay, I end up with 10, I end up with 12, I end up with 12, I end up with 10, equals to a total of 44. This stands for area space. Now this will be 1, this will be 3, this will be 3, this will be 1. 11 times 11 times 11 will equal to that number, or it'll be 161 adding the center. Now at the same time, this number over here, because these were all 10s, okay, 6 and 1 and 1 and 6 now have to come together. 666. 3 and 3 is 6, adding 6, adding 6. 6 and 1 is 7, 7 and 3 is Nibiru. 7 and 3, when a big red sun, cube, when a big red sun dog, God, inside the red sun. Because inside one of the words for God is number 37, Father of the Gateway. Father of the Gateway. A, B, G. 1, 2, 7, and this shows up in gematria. Okay, and the reverse of this, okay, is 8, 9. Instead of doing 1, 2, 7, this is what it is, because in gematria, your next 1 and 2 is at 8 and 9, and this is your separation of the gateway. Thank you for watching this video.